York's infamous Blue Note era comes to Mars Hill on Saturday, August 22nd for a special one-night-only concert at Mars Landing Arts Center. Civil Disobedience is a project from New York bassist David Ambrosio, rekindling jazz born from the politically conscious underground of 19th City's New York City. You'll hear music from progressive composers such as Bobby Hutcherson, Jackie McLean, Stanley Cowell, Howard Land, and more. Before the concert, we'll screen an illuminating short documentary about the project. Seating is intimate and limited. That's Saturday, August 22nd. For tickets and details, go to marslandingartscenter.com. Wake up, Asheville. I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Tuesday, August 11th. State Representative Jennifer Balkcom will be the Republican candidate for North Carolina's 11th Congressional District. Party leaders in the district chose Balkcom in a special meeting Monday night to replace Representative Chuck Edwards on the November general election ballot. Edwards withdrew after a House Ethics Committee report recommended censure over sexual harassment and hostile workplace allegations involving staffers. Balkcom is a northern Henderson County lawmaker who had been seeking a third term in State House District 117. Republicans must also choose a replacement for Balkcom's State House ballot slot. Read more in the Citizen Times. Asheville City Schools is ending its orchestral program, affecting students at Asheville Middle, Asheville High, and Silsa. The district says enrollment is too low to justify a dedicated teacher under its staffing formula. Asheville Middle had 39 orchestra students, compared with 97 in chorus and 322 in band. Orchestra teacher Franklin Keel says the decision will especially hurt students whose families can't afford private instruction. The district says it's helping students find other electives and working with the Asheville Symphony Youth Orchestra on opportunities to keep playing strings. You can read more about this in the Citizen Times. A cleanup along Asheville's Tunnel Road later this month will bring housed and unhoused residents together to pick up the area and build connections. The Asheville Balkcom Continuum of Care is organizing the event, with participants saying those conversations can help connect people experiencing homelessness with resources while breaking down stigma. The effort comes as the group's latest count found 824 people experiencing homelessness in the area, up about 9% from last year and the highest number recorded. The cleanup runs from 10 a.m. until noon, August 25th, starting at 150 Tunnel Road. Read more about this at WLOS. A former mountain bike park in Mars Hill could become a new public recreation area under a 137-acre conservation project. Trust for Public Land is working with Norfolk Southern, local leaders, and residents to preserve property on Bailey Mountain and eventually transfer it to the town. The nonprofit needs to raise about $1.7 million to buy the land. Existing bike trails would then be evaluated and potentially converted for broader public use, including hiking and less technical biking. The transfer to Mars Hill could happen by next spring. Read more about this at 828 News Now. And Asheville Watchdog columnist John Boyle is questioning whether a proposed 524-unit apartment development belongs along Swannanoa River Road after Helene's catastrophic flooding. Boyle says he's encouraged that a developer is willing to invest $75 million in an area still recovering from the storm, but worries that putting hundreds of homes near the Swannanoa River carries too much risk. Developer Coro Realty says apartments would sit about 10 feet above the 100-year flood elevation and include other flood protections. Boyle argues Helene showed that meeting existing standards may not be enough. You can read more in the Asheville Watchdog. If you care about local music, theater, visual art, and all the arts and culture of our region, you'll want to tune in to See Here. It's my new channel where I produce short documentary videos, longer podcast conversations, and fresh news across Western North Carolina's arts and culture scene. There's really nothing like it in this region. Subscribe to our newsletter for free and catch up on what you've missed at SeeHereWNC.com.